Okay, looks like we are going. Happy New Year to those who go through the Happy New Year cycle, of course. But of course, this is going to be the first stream of 2024. But what we're going to be doing today is sacrificing a keyboard because I actually don't know how to use Milmax sockets, which are these things. See, so these weird little things. Focus. There you go. So these weird little things. I did a couple previously, but I did mess up one of them. This will be the 3305 model, so they are thinner up the top. That way the switch actually sits lower on the keyboard and is a little longer. That way it's easier to solder on. But we'll see if this works properly, and the sacrificial board will be this Ducky ONE Mini, which I've had for a while. I think this uses, what is it called? Um, speed switches. So this should be useful in that term. And I just realized I am missing a few components to be able to take this apart. But one of the first things we will be doing is, of course, typing. We want to know how this sounds and move from there. Sorry if I sound a little not great. It's because I am a little sick, unfortunately. I have a clogged nose and also, oh my god, not feeling the best. But you know, the coffee does help. It does help with the slight headache I do have. And here we are, the coffee, and hopefully the coffee actually helps, and we'll find out sooner or later. All right, so this is the Ducky ONE Mini. This uses, I believe. Hold up. We will find out. This uses one of the speed switches. I believe these are the coppers. Yep, they are speed coppers, and they have an SA set on it. I remember this is SA Racing or something like that, and then the rest of it would be Ducky's Horizon for the mods. So as you can see, nice green. I changed the color to green as well for the LEDs. So this set has been on here for quite a while. Okay. Oh my god. But let's actually try a typing test real quick to see if we actually are able to enjoy this keyboard. A lot of people normally don't, but let's find out. All right. We'll start with an English quote and go from there. Again, this is the Ducky ONE Mini with speed copper switches. Yeah, speed copper switches, I believe. If not, they are speed bronze with SA keycaps. All right. Oh, Jesus. Cough in the middle of that, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm not doing so well. And part of it is because I'm hitting double keys. Look at that. Oh, and sometimes not even hitting the key. But let's talk about the quote as well. But that's part of the reason why I wanted to start with this, because I'm having issues with this specific set of keys, and it might just be the keys themselves, and sometimes it's actually something else. So we'll find out the difference there. Oh, Jesus. No one knows. I am so dead right now. Oh, okay. Let's go one more. Oh, I forgot to talk about it. Yes, but they're talking about the understanding of our misunderstanding. In other words, if you know that you don't know things, you go on the path to find out exactly what you don't know, or the information that is missing. All right. All right. Again, this is the Ducky ONE Mini. No modifications have been made quite yet, and I'm using SA keycaps on this keyboard. So there's no modifications. This is effectively stock other than the keycaps. All right, let's give this a go. There we go, around 70. That seems about right. Awesome. Okay, that's fine. All right. Yeah, looks like we did peak at around 96 words per minute, or 100 actually. Sustained for a little bit, around to 96 to 100. And then the lowest point is 40 words per minute. Sorry about that. Alright. Alright. To go with what the quote says, it is, "We have all got to exert ourselves a little to keep sane and call things by the same names as other people call them by." Yeah, that is definitely a thing. A lot of people, I do notice that there are so many times where I would, because I come from a completely different country than North America, and at one point I went into the kitchen and someone said, "Can you hand me the saran wrap?" And I had to go, "What is saran wrap?" I could not understand. "The saran wrap, just hand me the saran wrap." Obviously, I didn't know what the saran wrap was, so I asked again, "Okay, what is saran wrap?" And it's like, whoa, you don't even know what saran wrap is? Like, no, I don't know what saran wrap is. And then, of course, they go over, grab what I refer to as cling film, and go, "This is saran wrap. So the way you use it, like, oh, I know how to use cling film." And they go, "Use what?" "Oh, we call it cling film." Huh? Is of course the response. So I go, "It's film that clings onto things like ceramic, aka why you call it saran wrap." I guess we just call it different because it has a similar use, but it's completely different. So, like it says here, we have all got to exert ourselves a little to keep sane. Yes, so there are so many things like that. Kleenex is tissue, and so on and so forth. Kleenex, tissue, what else? Dyson. People know what a Dyson is, but they do not refer to it as a vacuum. A Dyson simply is a vacuum. But, of course, I have a Dyson fan. It's not the best thing in the world, but the only thing that's really good about it is the automation that it comes with. It is an all-in-one item, so it has three things. It's a fan, a heater, and an air purifier. So, instead of having to have separate items taking up a lot more space, you can buy one of these things, which is the Dyson air purifier, heater, and fan all together, and it works great. However, if you are thinking it's gonna cool your room, no, it's a fan. All it really does is churn air around. So, if you are a single person with the fan pointed at you at really low speeds, it's really nice because it's a nice gentle breeze. That's all it gives you. It's a nice gentle breeze instead of like a fan that at its lowest speed kind of feels like it's slapping you around with wind. So that is the difference. Oh jeez. Oh my god. I do have to go through the stream as fast as possible because my nose is killing me here. All right, more coffee. All right, so that is that, and we're gonna go through a single English. Where's the English? Oh yeah, time. We're gonna do a 30-second test this time, so we'll see how fast I can type at in general. All right, see how fast this goes if you're just typing things around. Oh, Oh my god. I do not like SA keycaps. One more time. There we go. 74 words per minute. Oh, that's a flat 74 words per minute. That's kind of nice. Looks like I can actually reach 100 words per minute raw with a peak of 104, and looks like I sustained that 100 words per minute for a bit there until I start doubting myself, making a bunch of mistakes, with the lowest being about 52. Okay, so lowest of 52 words per minute. That's how it normally sounds like on stock, and now we're gonna actually get into tearing this apart, seeing what we can do, and trying to turn it Hotswap. Alright. Okay. Okay. So, has anyone actually done anything cool over the holidays? I know the whole thing, Christmas, New Year's, and all that went by in a flash. Literally for me, the entire year just kind of gone. Has anyone ever done that where like they go through the new year and then they realize, oh Jesus, what new year? It's New Year already? I thought the year started yesterday. Yeah, that's what I feel, honestly. I feel like I didn't do as much as I wanted to do. But then again, that's me in general. So, it is gonna be what it is. And, yeah, I know, I think I should, instead of having stuff like New Year's resolutions, it's yearly goals or something like that. Things that you can just accomplish, things you can just do. Instead of something like, be more charismatic this year. Well, that's not a goal. That is kind of a goal, but how do you do that? More like tasks as goals instead of having to go through and figure it out. Because the bigger the goal that you have, the more complicated it seems. You can't just be more charismatic. You can go, oh, cool, I want to increase my vocabulary. I want to remove the ums and ahs out of my speech, just like I did earlier. And thought about stuff like that. Making it much more tangible instead of harder to grasp. These are tasks that you can just simply complete, or skills that you can actually practice. Making it much easier for your brain to wrap around of, and when you don't complete it, you kind of feel bad about yourself. So you end up actually doing it or wanting to do it. The sad part is I have a lot of friends who go, oh, I should totally do that, and just never do anything. I go, you just not have the time, and that's fine. You know, say it so, instead of going, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a good use of my time. I don't have the time for doing this. I go, I mean, you do have the time, Mr. I play Genshin for 5 hours. Like, come on. There is a thing, and if you really want to keep within the Genshin theme, just watch or put in a podcast and or YouTube videos regarding how to do things in Genshin, or what are the coolest skills, or what is cool about character X, Y, or Z. The lore, because apparently the lore in games like Genshin is quite deep. So there are people who explains and gives examples of exactly why the lore is what it is. And you can put those on and do other tasks while you're doing things. Because I know a lot of people don't concentrate very well when they aren't paying attention to something else, aka a podcast. I'm one of those people where if you left me to my own devices, nothing is gonna get done. And cause my imagination kind of just runs rampant, and I'm go, oh right, I was thinking about one thing, doing this thing, and doing that, and then I just get distracted. But if I was already distracted in the first place, I don't actually get distracted. That's the difference. Yeah. So yeah, that's just one of those few things that I normally do. It's quite different, I guess. I bet you there are a lot of people that do the same thing. They're just not aware of it. Yeah. Some people listen to podcasts and realize they get too distracted to focus on what they're doing, and that's fine too. Not everyone has to do that. Okay, looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws on this keyboard. And looks like the stabilizers are clip-ons, as you can see. These seem to be Ducky's own specific stabilizers. That's the word I was looking for. So these are actually their own stabilizers, quite different from a lot of the Cherry and Durock stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of lube in it too. I don't know if that's my doing or someone else, or the factory doing at this point. I've had this keyboard for about 4 years, potentially. So, no clue. Like, zero clue. Alright, let me just get my handy dandy touch brush, touch grass brush, and wipe down all the gunk. As you can see, there's a bunch of gunk in between. Throw it into the garbage. Unfortunately, I haven't streamed in a while, so it is what it is. And hopefully there isn't any screws in the bottom of the feet, because I don't really have glue to put them back together. I'm just hoping that's not the case. Actually, easily check that. No? Yeah, so it doesn't seem to be anything underneath the feet directly. So hopefully these don't have screws on them. Judging by the size of those screws though, that might actually be the case where it's not. Okay. Where is my screwdriver? There it is. I have a screwdriver. These screwdrivers are relatively handy. The problem I don't like about them is they don't have magnetic heads. Why? I have the LTT screwdriver. As you can see. Boom. Easy peasy. Ta-da! Combination. I need 2 tools just to get this done. Huh. That's a metal plate. Ducky uses a metal plate on their keyboards. Okay. I was not aware. I thought they used regular poly plates. So that might actually be why they're, you know, what's it called? Might actually be why they have these things on them. Holy Jesus. Well, no wonder they said this is relatively high quality. It didn't sound like polycarbon plastic all the way through. There you go. No, you're not loose. Boom. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, so we got the screws open. Oh. One. Oh, jeez. Might be able to just pull this out then. Maybe not. Oh, it is wiggling. It does seem like there's a solid piece somewhere. Wonder where. Oh. Ah, I see. So it's getting hung up right there where the USB is. I'm just gonna shove it out. Yeah, there isn't much in there. Huh. Okay, that's relatively clean. Oh yeah, no, this looks good. It's a single piece construction by the looks of it. Oh, it's a two-piece construction. Two pieces? I didn't think it would be in two pieces. Yeah, it's two different pieces. Oh, I see. Because the top is a matte finish. And the bottom is a glossy finish. You can see. And then the sides are matte. So glossy and matte. That's why it's a little different there. Makes sense, makes sense. Oh. A lot of stuff going on. Jesus. Alright. Let us see what you can do. So I'm gonna start heating up my, let's put this aside. Want that sofa bed there. Same with these guys. Before I forget. Make sure this is oriented properly. This is way too short for this type of item, honestly. It should go all the way to the floor, but that's the key. Is right now it's on. It shall take a couple minutes to start heating up. Alright, so we're gonna use the regular solder that we've used before, and actually while it's heating up, I'm gonna grab my cleaner. Okay, be right back. Alright, that was quick. Oh. Huh. Unknown error. Oh, Jesus. Testing. Looks like there was issues with the stream? Question mark? Is there something going on? Are we good? Are we okay? Oh, geez. I didn't even notice that happened. We'll give it a couple minutes here, see if it goes back down or if there's issues that happen. Hopefully no issues so far, but we will find out. Looks like some of the streams are not getting all the frames that they need. It's like really choppy. Uh-oh. Is something going on that I don't even know? One stops. Okay, so one of them went down. Is it my computer? Let's find out. Looks like might have certain issues in RAM. Oh, I think it is RAM. I might be right. Yeah, it might actually be RAM. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we will drop a few programs here. Okay, should be fine. A little bit better. A little bit better. Okay. We should be fine. We should be fine. Alright. Looks like we might be fine. Should be enough to get this. I don't even feel the heat out of that. I'll take a bit for that to heat up. So, make sure that's good. Also, LTT screwdriver. Need 1, 2. What uses the most? Yep, it's fine. I don't even have any. Jeez. Huh? What is going on? I don't actually understand, but alright. Might need to restart my computer in a bit, but we'll find out after a while. Because this doesn't seem right. This... Just so you guys are aware, right now what is happening, I'm using 46 out of 48 gigs of RAM. In other words, I'm maxed out because it needs a couple gigs to cycle things in and out of memory. Okay, that's odd. I actually haven't had that previously. So, oh well. But yeah, no, it looks like that's gone down. I didn't even really notice. Wonder what's eating it. I almost used a not connected keyboard. I have that. Okay, that should be fine. Reduce the memory usage a little bit. What else is using memory? I don't quite understand. It shouldn't. Okay. Yeah, going by the processes that use memory, a lot of it is just literally what I normally use. 1 gig, 1 gig. Sure, I can close a couple of these things. Let me just close a couple items. Anything else? I mean, that literally freed 500 megs, unfortunately. That should be it, but alright, well, we'll continue on as if nothing's happening, but looks like the soldering iron is hot enough, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna move this aside a little bit. Burn yourself. Don't burn yourself now. That. Nice little mat. Allows me to put the soldering iron right there. Hopefully I don't burn any of the keycaps, because that will melt right through it, unfortunately. I'm gonna grab one of these. This right there. So the way this works is this kind of just uses suction. As we push down, press the button, it will just suck in, as you can see. So push down, it gets locked, unlock it to suck in due to negative pressure on the pump. But we'll see if this actually works. Unfortunately, I don't know if this works or not. Well, we'll find out. It did work on the other keyboard, which I was able to do quite fine. But I think we were holding it for a little too long. That's why we were starting to burn some switches. Right now, that's why I say this is the sacrificial board, is actually because I might break things on this. So this is gonna be the escape key. No escape from this. Looks like that went through just fine. Yeah, I was able to get some solder off. Alright. pull that through. And press down, make sure it gets melted. And once most of the switch is actually going through, it should be fine. Oh, I don't even see it oxidizing. There we go. Hopefully that's fine. Alright, we'll give this a shot, see if this actually gets removed. Because as you can see, there's just a bit of solder left on the other one, but that should be fine. Should be able to pull that out. Hopefully no issues, but it is a metal plate that they're using. There you go. Able to pull it out just fine. Doesn't look like it was burning either. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I might be able to clean this up a little bit. Other than that, it seems like it's gonna be fine. Because like the pad on top is relatively clean. Yeah, the pads on top are relatively clean, allowing me to actually just keep using it. Should be able to put a Milmax socket in. Let me test drive one of the Milmax sockets. That way we'll see if this is even viable. If not, we're just gonna solder that switch back on and see if there's any issue. Actually, use a little tweezer, grab one. Oop. The way this works is I'm gonna grab a tip there. Hopefully it will slot right in, just to test. Test wise, it does slot right in, as you can see. So that one has the Milmax socket in it, and this one does not. So that is a smaller Milmax socket. Should fit. Looks like it's fine. Just back out. And we're gonna remove the rest of the switches first, and then we're gonna Milmax as many as we can possible. Alright. So looks like it works. So we'll actually continue on doing this. Where is my section? Alright. Gonna desolder a bunch of switches there. Holy Kresnox. My nose is absolutely killing me. How's everyone's holidays so far? Hopefully it went well, swimmingly so. I know some people are worried, like, oh my god, I don't have any gifts. What if I don't like it? And honestly, if they don't like it, it doesn't matter. They got it for free, honestly. I don't see why it's a bother. You can always just throw it in the garbage. Although some people's feelings might get hurt, we'll admit. Yeah. What I don't actually like are sometimes there are people out there who just goes, oh, can I return the gift and get something else? I'm like, yeah, you could, but this is like a different item for you specifically. Just so that you can try something a little different while it being in your wheelhouse at the same time. You know what I mean? But, you know, people like what they like. They don't want to change anything. And that is part of life. People just don't want to change. They want to stay the same old thing, doing the same old stuff with the same old people, just like they did on the same old day back in the day. But it's no longer that same day, and it's no longer the same people. So I guess if you want to stay doing the exact same things you were doing previously, it's definitely worthwhile to try doing that repeatedly, but you don't have to. There's a lot of comfort in doing a lot of things that you used to do previously and keep doing it. But if you're looking to grow or do something else entirely, you might want to actually just spread your awareness of how things are done, and or just in general what other people are doing in different spaces that you're doing. Honestly. Honestly, yeah. Oh, like that didn't go through well. I'm going to add a little solder and try to suction the rest up because I need it to flow. There you go. Okay. Just a little bit of solder and then a little bit more to suction it out because I need the rest of the solder to pull the rest of the solder out. Otherwise, I forgot what it's called, but it has something to do with the flow of Yeah, the flow of liquid. It wants to stay together in general. You know? So that's the difference there. Yeah, now I was able to pull that out cleanly. So previously, as you saw earlier, it wasn't clean. Now you can actually just see there's two gaping holes right behind it. Let's see if we can pull this out. Yeah, we can pull it out quite easily. Again, no burn marks, so we are good there. My previous attempt had burn marks and stuff, so we're gonna keep going. See where we go. Oh, tip for some people, by the way, you might actually see, oh, come on, this section where I cut off part of the tip. And the reason for that is when I put it together, I can just get a little closer. That way the suction works a lot better. I think that's why the engineer solder uses a very soft silicone tip. That way it just conforms to the area it's in. Am I even hitting the right one? There we go. There we go. Got. That's a relatively clean removal, so it should be fine. On to the next one. Honestly, I wonder if there's an easier way to do this on a technicality. Yep, that looks like it's good. We'll just do the rest of the switches as well. That way we're not going back and forth in between the back of the board and the front of the board. Saves a little time. I just wanted to make sure it's still a viable option the first 3 times. And then after that, we can just keep going and going and going, making sure that we are actually doing well. What I like about some of the gaming keyboards, or at least the Ducky ones, is that they actually show in the back. I can show you here real quick, but they show in the back which key you're trying to desolder. You can see a 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's